Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Azizullah Jamali from Sindhu University, Ladkana campus. I am a student of BBA. So here I am going to explain my given topic, which is given supervised by Sir Ayaz Metulo. So I will discuss and explain my topic step by step. I have three topics to explain. So first of all, I will discuss my first topic. My first topic is demand, the law of demand. So I am going to explain demand. What is the demand and how important is demand in economic. So here an economic principle that describes a consumer desire and willingness to pay a price for a specific good or service. So demand is a very important in the economic. So here demand is said that if you have money but you are not able to pay the money, you are not willingness. So this is the not say to the demand, but you have money and you are also willingness, and you are capable to give it which thing you want. So it is the our willingness, it is demand. So three elements of demand, these are very important. If you have these three elements, then we can say that this is the demand. So some people said that the demand is that you demand for the one thing and you purchase, this is the demand. But here is few change that if you demanded about something, but you should have these three elements: desire to acquire community, willingness to pay for price for it, ability to pay for it. So these are very important. You can't leave these one of them. For example, that you demanded for one thing, but you are not willingness to pay price for it. You ability you have not ability to pay for it. So this is the not demand. But you demand for one thing and you have these elements: desire to acquire community, willingness to pay price for it, ability to pay for it. Then we can say that it is the demand. Law of demand. So what say law of the demand? What is the law of demand, and how can we see we get that this is the demand? So the law of demand is: when price decrease, demand increase, and when price increase, demand decrease. So there is an universal relationship between the law price and demand quantity. So here is one important thing that the other, if we see the definition of the law of demand, that other things will remain same and remain constant in due to the law of demand. So the demand curve. The demand curve is a graphical representation of the relationship between the price of good or service and the quantity demanded for a given period of time. So demand curve show that we is representing the relationship between the price of good or service and quantity. So it shows the price and goods relationship, and in particular time, and give purchased or demanded in particular time. This is the demand curve. So this is the demand curve conclusion. So here is demand curve. We can see that the price, combination of the price and quantity. So price is 5 and our quantity is 20, and price decreased and our quantity increased. So here we can see that in different time different time the demanded in particular period of the time. So this is the demand curve. So demand schedule. In economics, a demand schedule is table that shows the quantity demanded for a good or service at different price. So this is the simply conclusion is that the quantity demanded in different price. So quantity demanded in different time. This show in the graphics. This is the demand schedule. Here is this the price combination of price and quantity. So one price is 1 and quantity is 20, and the price increased and here quantity is decreasing. So it shows the different price as we read the above. So this shows that the different of the price is increasing, is coming difference. So this is the demand schedule. So individual demand refers to the quantity of commodity that a consumer is willing, able, and able to buy at each possible price during a given period of time. So here in the individual demand, a consumer demand for the commodity in particular time in given time. A one person demand for the commodity. Individual demand curve. Here is individual demand curve, price of goods. So if we see that the price is 3 and the quantity is 1, and the quantity price decreased, and our quantity is same 2. So this is the combination of individual. Market demand. So what is the market demand? How it is different to the market and individual demand? Here is market demand refers to the quantity of a commodity that all consumers are willing and able to buy at each possible price during a given period of time. So it is few difference between individual and market demand. If we see the way above read the individual demand, then there was one consumer who demanded for the commodity in particular in given time, and here is the in market a lot of consumers demand for a commodity in same time in particular time. This is the market demand. So market demand curve is, you can see that three the price is 3, and the our quantity is 1. So this is the our curve of the market demand. So second, my topic is opportunity cost. So opportunity cost represent the potential benefit an individual investor or business misses out when choosing one alternative over another. The idea of the opportunity cost is a major concept in economics. So opportunity cost is here mentioned that major concept of economics. So I can give example that opportunity cost is the loss of other thing. For example, that I have two things, orange and apple. So I choose the apple. So I choose it in think economically, but I choose the apple and I lost the orange. So the loss is orange is our opportunity cost. Or we can say that one thing we gave, another thing we get. This is the opportunity cost. The example of opportunity cost. They decide to take the bus to work instead of driving. It takes hard 60 minutes and to get there on bus, and driving would have been in 40. So her opportunity cost is 20 minutes. And second example is, at the ice cream parlor, You have to choose between Rocky Road and Strawberry. When you choose Rocky Road, the opportunity cost is the enjoyment of strawberry. So, if here is mentioned that you have two options, ice cream and strawberry, but you choose the ice cream, the strawberry is our opportunity cost. The production possibility frontier, this is also very important in economics. Every every in every exam it come. So production possibility frontier is the graphic which indicate the various production production possibility of two communities. When resources are fixed, the production of one community can only be increased by sacrificing the production of the other community. So here is the conclusion is that we have two communities, but we want product one of the one goods. So other will be sacrificed. This is the production possibility frontier. We can say this in other words, the product possibility frontier called production possibility curve. So this is the we can say that combination of two two goods is the production possibility frontier. Assumption of the production possibility frontier: two commodities, quantity of resource don't change, production technology don't change. The quantity and technology can't change because there is a fixed resource. That's why. Curve of production possibility. Here we can say that we have two things, two goods, apple, orange. So here in first we increased the apples production 4 and orange is 0, and another side and b, so we increase the orange and our apple is 3, half, we can say that. And now see, we increase the more the orange, and our apple is remain 2. So t in d, our our apple is decreasing and the orange is increasing because we are protecting to the to the orange. So our total products and for resources are are in the orange. That's why our the apple is decreasing. So as I have said that if the combination of two goods, that if we product one thing, the other thing will be sacrificed. That's here also mentioned in the first curve. And apples and orange combination, that's very huge difference. So third topic is oligopoly. What is the oligopoly? Oligopoly is very important. So oligopoly of few seller product the homogeneous or heterogeneous products. This is the our oligopoly. Or we can read here: oligopoly is defined as market structure with small number of the firms, none of which can keep the others from having significant influence. So the as here mentioned, but I have said that the producing heterogeneous or homogeneous production is the oligopoly. What is the homogeneous and heterogeneous? Homogeneous is the producing the same production is the homogeneous, and heterogeneous means differentiate, producing different production, not exactly different, but producing same production, but there is some change. For example, that we have the cars, sellers producing the cars, but they have the main facilities and main technologies like the Honda car and Maruti and other cars. There are options. So this is the oligopoly. So type of the oligopoly: one is perfect and so and second is imperfect and third collusive and fourth is competitive. So what is the perfect what is the perfect? So the sellers seller protecting the homogeneous production is called perfect. Here is also mentioned one of the type oligopoly is perfect oligopoly. This occurs when the product is homogeneous in nature. Imperfect and other type of the oligopoly is in imperfect oligopoly. This occurs when the production is differentiate. So when the sellers firms selling producting the differentiate or it is called the imperfect. So collusive this occurs when few firms come to an understand with respect to price and out of the products. So here is the combination of the sellers so work together and one firm set the price of the price of the of the firms of the production. This is the collusive. So competitive is the occurs when there is lack of understanding between the firms and the invariable compete with each other. So characters of the oligopoly: few firms few firms barriers to entry, competition interdependence. So few firms having few firms and barriers to entry, so it's very difficult to enter in the oligopoly. So it's very seller can face the many difficulties to enter in the oligopoly. So competition is very important. So having few firms, so the competition is valuable and so they focus on the other decisions, and that's why it's very competition in the firms. Interdependence means that the firms depends on other decision, that if because having the same firms, that's why having the same production, that's why their focus should be on others decision. They should be careful for the other what they are doing. For example of the airline, so these are same production, but if they one firm is increase the price, then other will also automatically. If other leave it, then they will be lost in giving go on loss. Thank you very much.